Hey guys, I hope that I'm live right now. If you guys are able to listen to me properly, as well as there's no issues with the audio or the video, please let me know. Hello everyone, I hope that I'm live right now, guys. If you guys are able to listen to me properly, as well as there's no issues with the audio or the video, please let me know, guys. Good evening, everyone. Good evening. Are you guys able to listen to me properly? No issues with the audio or the video, right, guys? Great, guys. Amazing, amazing. So, welcome to DevTown, first of all. It is great to see so many guys and girls and other people as well at the same place from all over the world itself. It's really nice to see that. Okay, great. Amazing, guys. So, first of all, welcome to DevTown itself, and I'm very pleased to have you guys in my class. Before we are able to start, could you guys let me know what are you currently doing and what is the particular place that you are from? For example, if you are studying CSC right now, so let me know that you are currently studying CSC fourth year and currently live in Bangalore. Okay. So could you guys introduce yourself? Just before I'm able to introduce myself, can I get an introduction from you guys? For example, people are writing they are from MCA final year itself. Some is writing triple E. Some is writing school student. Rajkot, Gujarat. That's great. I lived in Gujarat for almost 18 years of my life. Okay. Meerut, that's great. Hyderabad, good. Noida, I'm able to see people from Noida as well. They're having people from a lot of different places. Pune, I'm able to see people from Bihar. I'm able to see people from Chennai, Pakistan, Kenya as well. We are able to see people from Ghana. We are able to see people from South Africa, Kolkata, Hyderabad, Dubai. We are able to see people from again from Pakistan, Tamil Nadu, Chennai. That's great, guys. Some people are from USA as well. That's great. Okay, that's really great to see, guys. So many people joining us from all across the globe itself, especially from India and the nearby countries as well. It's really great to see you guys so enthusiastic and coming to this particular class itself right over here. So, keeping that in mind, just like how you guys have introduced yourself, I will introduce myself to you guys. So, my name is Shaurya Sinha, and I'm going to be your instructor for the next 7 days. So that was a very short introduction. I think so. I should dive a little bit deeper into me itself. So I started out my journey I as a data analyst intern. So when I was in second year of my college, I got a 2 months internship as a data analyst intern in Reliance Industries itself. When I was in the third year of my college, I got a data scientist intern in Geo, where I worked for 6 months. After that, as a fresher coming out of college, the first job that I got was in Google. I worked in Google for almost 14 to 15 months, wherein I worked as an Explore ML lead, that is a machine learning lead at Google. After that, I decided to quit my job at Google because I was getting paid almost 30% more than another company. I decided to switch my roles into full stack development. I worked with various different companies, startups, Fastnell, and other companies as well in front end development, back end development, DevOps, cloud. I did a lot of freelancing during that stage of life as well. Currently, I'm a software engineer, also the founder of DevTown, this great community of developers that you are having right over here. So that is a quick introduction about me. I hope that you guys were able to hear the quick introduction that I had about me. Right, guys? Were you able to hear the quick introduction? I hope that was a genuine enough introduction to for you guys to understand what I do. Right, guys? Great. The second pillar thing that is there is, guys, that an introduction to bootcamp is also required right over here. What is this bootcamp? What are we going to study? What are the prerequisites? What should I know? What are the certificates that I'm going to get? All these different questions you guys will be having right now, right? If I was a student, I would be having the exact same questions. And you guys have been decent enough not to bombard me with questions itself. So let me be thankful for you guys to not bombard me with these questions and answer these questions for you guys. So in this particular bootcamp, guys, we are here to learn JavaScript as well as React.JS, that is front-end web development using React.JS, guys. In the next 7 days, our focus would be in learning the programming language, that is JavaScript first, then moving on to learning React.js, that is one of the frame libraries in JavaScript that is used to build great front end, understanding it from the utmost basics. And then on the seventh day, we will be building a project using React.js itself that you guys can put up on your resume. Now, what are the prerequisites? The only prerequisite for this particular bootcamp is a very simple prerequisite, guys. You should be able to understand what I'm speaking. That's it. That is the only prerequisite for this particular program. You should be able to understand what I'm speaking. The kind of English that I'm using right over here, I know you guys might not be able to understand some of the words, or the pronunciation might be wrong or something, but that is the only prerequisite. You don't know programming, no issues in that. You don't know what is JavaScript, no issues in that. You don't know what is front-end development, no issues in that. You don't know what is like React.JS, no issues in that. All of these things I will be helping you guys understand. The only thing is, like, coming back to the roots, you just have to understand my Ingles. Okay, so I think so in Mexico they call it Ingles, or no Pablo Espanol. No, that is okay. That is for okay Spanish, like, right. Inglas. I think so in Mexico they call it that Inglas. It's I don't know. So basically, the point being that you should be able to understand what I'm speaking. English will be the only language of communication that I will be using. I will not be using any other language out there. The reason for that is we get students from all across the globe itself. So English is the only way of communicating right over there. The second particular thing, guys, you don't need to know anything. I'll be teaching you guys everything in the class. You don't have to worry about it. The classes will be of 60 to 90 minutes long, guys. Okay. The classes will be of 60 to 90 minutes long every single day for 7 days continuously. Okay. For 7 days continuously itself. The classes will be of 60 minutes to 90 minutes every single day, starting at the exact same time. Exact same time the classes will be starting for 60 to 90 minutes itself. See, that is not under my control because we have to learn a lot of things. We have to learn the programming language JavaScript. We have to learn React.JS. And on the 7th day, we have to build a project in React.JS. We'll be creating a website using React.JS from the utmost beginning itself. So we need to cover up a lot. So 60 to 90 minutes of classes for 7 days will be going on. Now, there are two best parts about these boot camps, guys. Two best parts about these boot camps. The first particular best part is it is completely for free. We don't charge anything for the boot camp. The only thing that we expect from you guys is your love and your dedication itself. That's it. You should be dedicated for the program. You should come on time in the class itself. You should study right over here. And a little bit of love from your end is more than sufficient for us to feel good that what we are doing is nice. That is the only thing that we are asking from you guys. The second particular best part about this bootcamp is this bootcamp will be associated with 4 certificates. What project will we do? What will be the project? So it will basically be a website. What website? Everything I'll be letting you guys know on the 7th day itself. We'll be developing a website using React.JS. We'll be learning React.JS in this bootcamp. Using that, we'll be developing a website itself. Okay. So the second particular best part about this bootcamp is you will be getting 4 certificates at the end of this bootcamp, guys. 4 certificates at the end of this bootcamp. Now, what are these 4 certificates? Let us talk about that. The 4 certificates are the first certificate from the best company in the entire world, guys. The best company in the entire world. Many of you guys will be like, is it Google? Is it Starlink or some shit? It is DevTown, of course. You are coming right over here. DevTown is the best company in the entire world. Okay, so that is the first certificate that you will be getting. The next 3 certificates will be, second certificate will be from Microsoft. Third certificate will be from Google, and the 4th certificate will be from Amazon. These are the 4 certificates that will be associated with this particular bootcamp, guys. DevTown, Google, Microsoft, and Amazon certificates. Let us look at these certificates as well. So the students who receive these certificates usually receive it on LinkedIn. So they basically post it on LinkedIn itself. So I'm just going to open up my LinkedIn account and I'm just going to search for the certificates that somebody must have posted it right over there in notifications. So how many certificates this guy has posted? This guy has posted 3 certificates. So this is one of the certificates that our student, somebody received, Vipin Kumar, for our DevOps bootcamp. So we had a DevOps bootcamp in the past itself. So this is the Google certificate that you guys will be receiving from Google Developer Students Club. So this is the certificate that you will be getting right over there. The second particular certificate that you will be receiving, guys, is the Microsoft Learn Student Ambassador certificate that is from Microsoft. The third particular certificate that you guys will be receiving from DevTown. This is the DevTown certificate that you guys will be receiving. Also, there is an Amazon certificate. If somebody has put it up in the like LinkedIn, I will be able to show you guys. Otherwise, like, just assume there is one more certificate from Amazon that is there. I'll just scroll for a minute or two to see if somebody has recently posted up the certificate or not. Let me check. So all these certificates are free of cost. There is no cost associated with the certificates. First, I need to clear that up for you guys. Otherwise, you guys, the next particular question will be, sir, the bootcamp is free. Is the certificate chargeable? No. The certificates are also for free itself, but there will be certain conditions and requirements that you will have to fulfill to get these certificates. Okay, there will be certain conditions and requirements that you will have to fulfill to get the certificate. I'm not able to see the Amazon certificate, guys. So if I find it out, I will show you guys it tomorrow itself. There's no issues in that. Right now, while scrolling down below, I'm not able to find somebody who has posted the Amazon certificate. It must be there. It must be there on LinkedIn itself. That is the reason why I'm scrolling it down below. But right now, I'm not able to see it. So if I find any certificates, I'll show you guys into tomorrow's class for the... Okay, I got an Amazon certificate as well. So this is the Amazon certificate by Amazon Community Builders itself. That is the AWS Amazon community that is there, that will be issuing you the Amazon certificate that will be there. So these will be directly coming from them itself, not from us. That is one of the best things about the boot camps itself, guys. Now, like I said, what is the criteria of getting these certificates? The first particular criteria is your attendance. Every single day. Like I said, what do we require from you? We require you to be a part of a community. We require you to come to the class, pay attention to the class itself. We require you to come to the class on time and learn right over here. These are the requirements that we are having. We don't want any money. We don't want any charges. We don't want that. We want to create a community of developers, a town for developers itself. That is our aim. So for doing that, we need 100% dedication. Okay, 100% dedication to studies. To studies. So every single day, I will be randomly taking up your attendance for the entire 7 days. Every single day, I'll be randomly taking up your attendance itself. Those students who will be having complete 7 days worth of attendance, guys, these students will be given the DevTown and the Microsoft certificate. Those students who will be having complete 7 days worth of attendance, 100% attendance itself, these students will be given the Microsoft and the DevTown certificate. Are you guys able to understand it? Please let me know. Are you guys able to understand it? Those students who will be having 7 days worth of attendance, they will be given the Microsoft and the DevTown certificate. After the completion of the bootcamp, we will be giving you guys a small task. Okay, we'll be giving you guys a very small task itself. For those students who will be able to complete that task, that will also be associated with the bootcamp itself, guys. That will be a small project, a small task at the end. Those students will be completed that task, will be given the Google certificate. Okay, will be given the Google certificate itself. So there will be 2 tasks that will be there. I will be letting you guys know about the task when the time comes. Okay, you don't have to worry about it. It will be a very simple task. You don't have to worry about it as well. Okay, so that will be associated with your Google certificate itself. The next particular thing that will be there is your Amazon certificate. For the Amazon certificate, there will be a separate session on Zoom that we will be having. Those students will be attending that session on Zoom itself. They will be the ones who will be able to get the Amazon certificate. So these will be the different certificates that will be associated with this particular bootcamp. 4 certificates in 7 days. 4 certificates in 7 days, guys. If you are missing out on a day of classes, if you are not attending the classes regularly, you will not be able to get any certificates. You will not be able to get any certificates, guys. You have to come to the class on time. The classes start at 8 p.m. IST, Indian Standard Time. 8 p.m. IST, Indian Standard Time itself. The current time of the class that happened today, every single day at 8:15, your classes will be starting. You have to come to the class on time, guys. Timings for the classes is going to be the exact same. Okay. The second particular thing, guys, anybody who is just asking for attendance, let me be very frank with you guys. If you are just asking for attendance, that means you are not here to study. And even if you are having 100% attendance as well, you will still not receive your certificates. Why is the reason? What is the reason for that? Because you are not interested in studies, you are interested in the attendance. So those students who ask for attendance in the live chat, we note down their email IDs and their names and we just blacklist them. That these students, no matter how much attendance, how much things they have done for us, we are not going to send them any kind of certificates. The reason is because you were there for the certificates, not for the knowledge. If you're here, come to classes regularly, listen to me carefully, be on time in the classes, you will get your certificates. It's as simple as that. Okay? Are you guys able to understand this? Please let me know, guys. Great. So shall we start with our today's class, guys? Shall we start with our today's class? Okay? Shall we start with our today's class, guys? Please let me know. Amazing, guys. Guys, I hope that you guys are as excited as I am. And I know I'm not this fat, guys. That is the camera, basically. So give it a day or two. I will arrange the new camera and then everything will look nice for us. I'm not this fat, just to be very clear with it. Okay, let's get started, guys. So the first particular question that I'm going to have is, what is front-end web development? Okay, what is web development? How many of you guys have no idea what is web development? We'll start from the utmost basics. Today, we'll just start with the basics. Tomorrow, we'll start with JavaScript, guys. Hands-on JavaScript. But today, I will be just focusing on what is web development. Okay, what is web development, guys? How many of you guys have no idea what is web development? Please let me know. How many of you guys have no idea what is web development, guys? See, you guys are using websites on a daily basis, right? You guys are using youtube.com, you guys are using linkedin.com, you guys are using facebook.com, instagram.com. These are all websites. Now, it is not the case as if one day you woke up from your bed and like the God was like, Tathastu, you are having one instagram.com available right now, go and use it. It does not work like that. Somebody created this website that you're using. Somebody worked to write that entire code itself to create the website that you're using. The entire process of creating a website itself is called as web development. It's called as web development itself, guys. Now, in web development, people will say that, okay, web development is like just learn HTML, CSS, JavaScript, learn PHP or something like that. It does not work like that. It does not work like that, guys. Not even for a second, it does not work like that. So what happens in its reality is that you are having 5 pillars of web development, guys. There are 5 pillars of web development. I always forget about one of the pillars. That is the reason why I'm saying 5 pillars of web development. Let us look at that, guys. Let us look at that. The 5 pillars of web development is very simple. The first pillar of web development is called as your front-end web development. Let's try to understand each and every type of this development itself, guys. Very simple, very easy. You don't have to worry about it. Just make your chart a little bit smaller. Like I said, there are 5 pillars of web development. Let us try to understand it. Okay, the first particular part is called as front-end web development, guys. Front-end web development. Now, when you go to a restaurant itself, guys, everybody right away here has been to a restaurant, right? Everybody right away here has been to a restaurant, right? In a restaurant, when you go to the particular restaurant, there are some fans right over there, right? There are some lights right over there, some decorations that are there. Then there is some tables that are there, guys, some tables that are there, some chairs that are there. So as a user, as a particular person who is going there to eat, these are the things that you can interact with inside of the restaurant, right? These are the things that you can sit upon, you can look around, the ambience of the restaurant itself. Anything and everything that as a user going to eat at that restaurant, you are able to interact with, that is called as the front end of the website, guys. Are you guys able to understand this? That is called as the front end of the website. Yes? Are you guys able to understand it? Please let me know. Great. In a similar manner, when you go to a website as well, for example, let me go to, let's just go to Netflix. So this is Netflix website. Okay. I'm able to see the movies right over here. I'm able to see the like anime options that are coming up right over here for me. I'm able to see what I'm currently watching right now. I'm able to see some of the featured for today. So I'm able to interact right away. If I hover over it, it shows me the trailer for that and all these kind of stuff. So what I'm able to see right over here is the front end of the website. This is what, as a user, as a person who's paying to Netflix, I'm able to interact with. This is the website that I'm able to interact with right over here. And this is called as the front end of a website. This is what we call as the front end of the website, the place where the user is able to go and interact with the website itself. That is the front end of the website. Are you guys able to understand? Just like a restaurant itself, it is called as the front end of a website. Are you guys able to understand it? Please let me know, guys. Are you guys able to understand this? Please let me know. The second particular part of a website is called as the back end of the website. Now, back end for a restaurant, what is the back end for a restaurant? It is nothing else but the kitchen, right? It is nothing else but the kitchen itself. So the kitchen, as a user, if I am going to the restaurant to eat, I am not allowed inside of the kitchen. Only the people working in that restaurant are allowed in the kitchen itself. Are you guys able to identify that? Only the people working right over there are allowed inside of the kitchen. I am a user. I'm not allowed in that kitchen itself. Okay. Secondly, all the things, all the magic that happens, the food creation, the tasty food that is being created, that basically happens in the back end. Now think about it. What makes you go to a particular restaurant, right? The tasty food, right? The tasty food that is there. Now, if you order a pizza, let's assume you're sitting in a restaurant, you're like, I want to eat a pizza itself. Now now the chef that creates the pizza comes to your table. Okay, comes to your table, creates the dough in front of you, creates the dough in front of you, creates the sauce like tomato. He will cut the tomatoes, he'll boil the tomatoes, he will create the sauce in front of you itself. He will then create the entire pizza in front of you. Now you know the exact process of creating the exact same dough. You know the process of creating the exact same sauce. You know the process of creating the exact same pizza. Then why would you come to that particular pizzeria at any particular point of time? You will not go to that restaurant, right? The restaurant will lose its customer if it starts showing its entire business idea in front of the user itself. Am I right or wrong, guys? If they start preparing the food in front of you itself, you will not be you can just go home and replicate it. You will not be coming to the website to the restaurant anymore, and you'll be losing out. The restaurant will be losing out on customers. So everything that they need to keep a secret itself, that they do inside of the backend. The entire business logic of the entire restaurant happens. The thing that basically safeguards the entire restaurants from being bankrupt, that happens inside of the restaurant itself, right? The kitchen of the restaurant. So these are the burners, utensils that are there. For example, also you are having a particular storage unit in the back end of the restaurant, right? In the kitchen, there will be a storage unit where you'll be keeping up your vegetables, your fruits, your like spices and everything, your meat itself inside of the storage unit, right? That too gets saved inside the backend. That is your kitchen itself. In a similar manner, inside of backend web development, then you go to a particular website, guys. For example, for Netflix, what is its business logic? What is the business logic of Netflix? There are two business logic right over there. First, to provide you guys with the content. Now, Netflix has millions of TV shows, millions of movies that are available on its platform. Now, you don't have any way of keeping all these movies, all these TV series locally inside of your computer. Is it possible for you? Are all these movies present inside of your computer itself? All these TV series present inside of your computer itself? No, right? These are present somewhere else that Netflix is allowing you to access. The first particular thing is you yourself cannot accumulate all these different resources. Otherwise, there's no point of having Netflix. The second particular business logic that Netflix is having is its machine learning algorithms. It is movie recommendation engine. Basically, how it recommends you the movies that, okay, you have watched this. This is also something that you might like. For example, for me, I get like Big Bang Theory, Hell's Paradise, My Hero Academia. Although I've watched this entire Jujutsu Kaisen, Black Clover, I have these featured for me today. So it gives me recommendation of what should I watch next as well. One of the biggest reasons why people prefer to buy a subscription to Netflix. So all these things, all these movies, where is it? It is inside of a refrigerator in the back end of Netflix. But actually, they don't have a refrigerator in which they put all these movies, right? You guys are also able to identify that. There's something called as a backend that is there, a database that is there, inside of which all these movies, all these TV series are there. Similar to that, that backend also contains the business logic of how to recommend you the movie. It also contains all the users' ID and passwords that are there to check whether you are logging into the right account or not. That too is there in the backend itself. All this business logic that is there lives inside a backend code. Lives inside a backend code itself, guys. This backend is nothing else but a code. Are you guys able to understand this? Please let me know. All this backend that is there is nothing else but this code itself. How to recommend you the movies, how to serve you these movies so that you are able to watch it on your laptop without having those movies on your laptop itself. How to make sure that you are writing the right ID and right password. All this is implemented via coding itself, and that is what we call as the backend. But think about it, can a code just be in the air itself, all around us, like just code is there? Okay, that does not happen. Code requires a machine to run, right? Code requires a machine to run. It requires CPU, it requires GPU, it requires RAM, it requires ROM, it requires space, SSD, HDD, whatever you are having. So code cannot just exist in the air. It needs a device to run. And that device, in our case, is called as a server. Now, many of you guys might be hearing about the term server for the very first time. Many of you guys might heard about this term, but you don't know what exactly is a server. Many of you guys might be knowing about a server as well. But I am able to give you guys a guarantee. I'm able to give you guys a guarantee that every one of you have seen servers. Every single one of you have seen servers itself. Let me give you that guarantee in return once again. Let me open up Google Images. Let me search for servers. So every single English movie, every single default English movie where the protagonist is like, it will go into a particular place which will have like such type of things all around him, and then he will be like, I'm connecting my computer to one of these boxes right over here, and I'm like hacking into it, I'm just uploading something, I'm crashing everything down. Each and every rectangular box that you're able to see right over here in this picture is what we refer to as a server, guys. Is what we refer to as a server. This is a server room which has a lot of servers inside of it, and each of these boxes, rectangular boxes that you are able to see right over here, that is what a server is. But you guys will be like, okay, one thing I can understand in every single English movie, in every single right now Hindi movies as well, in every single Tollywood, Bollywood, Hollywood, Collywood, all these type of movies that are coming up right now, you have seen a server at some particular place. Maybe you are a Marvel fan. In that case, in Ant-Man 1, you must have seen these servers. Or in the case of Iron Man movie as well. So servers you have already seen, but what are these servers? I'm able to understand that I've seen them, but what are these? Think about it as a laptop without a screen. Okay, please do not do this. Okay, this was something that was performed in the presence of a particular like expert itself. If you take up your laptop and remove the screen of that laptop itself, that is what a server is. But do not do that. Okay, this is just a general explanation to make you guys understand it. Okay, a server is nothing else but without a screen, it is a computer. It is a computer that has CPU, it has GPU, it has RAM, it has ROM, it has everything that is there, storage, everything. It is a full and final computer that is built for just one purpose: to be a server. To be a server. Just like you are having a server inside of a restaurant itself. So here it is like a window which is able to accept requests that, okay, so when you type www.google.com, you send a request to the server that, dude, I want to see this particular website. Dude, I want to see this particular website. And the server responds back with that website that shows you the website itself. Okay, so backend is not the forte in this particular bootcamp, but I hope that you guys were able to understand what a backend is. Now, this concept of servers is very important. Now, why do I say that it is not exactly as a computer without a screen itself? The reason for that, it is built for just one purpose: for serving your backend code. Your backend code remains safe. Only the people working at Netflix knows the backend code. Nobody else. Nobody has access to it because of the server itself. Now, the server right over here has been built for one particular use case. That is to provide the access to the backend. Okay. To provide the access to the backend itself to the front end. So to do that right over there, what do these servers need is a robust environment. These servers do not have your shitty as Intel processors. These servers do not have like 12 or 18 gigs of RAM. They have a lot of RAM itself, like 128 gigs of RAM itself, 256 gigs of RAM directly. That much amount of RAM is there. These servers have, let's say, 10 TB, 50 TB, or maybe 2000 TB of storage in one particular server. And due to that very reason, a server is a very, 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 very costly equipment. Very costly equipment itself. It is not cheap. It is not something that, okay, I bought a 1 lakh rupees laptop and that's it. That is my server. That is not the case. Each of these servers may cost you upwards of more than $500,000. They might cost you up till that point of time. It might cost you more than a lakh. So a good server, an average good server will cost you more than $1 lakh. An average good server will cost you more than $1 lakh. That is how much costly a server is. Now think about it in such a way. Let's try to understand. There's another concept called as cloud computing. The third pillar of web development is cloud computing, guys. Cloud computing. Think about it. You guys are a business owner. You guys want to start your own startup. You want to open up 200 restaurants at 200 different locations. That's what you want to do. Your own, and we'll name this startup as Food Town. Okay, just like DevTown for Development Town. We'll have Food Town right over here. We are going to open our own startup, which is going to have 200 different locations at once. So, what is better for you? Is it better to buy 200 locations? Or is it better to rent 200 locations, guys? Which is more financially feasible for you? Which is more financially feasible for you guys? Please let me know. Shit. It is always better to rent the servers, right? See, buying 200 locations means investment of more than 200 crores. Each location will cost you upwards of 1 CR. Your initial investment into the company will be 200 crores. You are not Ambani. You are Bambani itself. You are the spoof of Ambani. You don't have that much money. So what is better? You go further with renting 200 locations out. That your initial investment is lower. If you're buying a particular location and that location does not work out for you, you're not able to get people to come to your restaurant itself. You are stuck with that in your place because you bought that. You cannot sell it out very easily. You cannot shift your location to some other place because you have bought it. Now you're stuck with that place. Even if it has no customers right over there, you can't do anything. But if you are renting a particular place out and it does not work for you, people are not coming to that location, you can just close it and just shift to some other place itself. It's as simple as that. So renting things out that are very costly is better on scale. On scale itself. So that same thing happens with servers. Buying a server will cost you $1 lakh. Again, a very big amount of money. A very big amount of money itself. But renting a server will cost you less than $0.003 per minute. For every minute of use for your server, a very good server itself will cost you less than $0.003 per minute. That is the cost of renting a server. And a very powerful server as well, you can rent it out for like $3, $5 per minute. A very powerful server. Of course, you don't require that, but I'm just letting you guys know right over there. Right? So that is the point with the server. So what happens right over here is we don't have the kind of money to buy servers, right? We are poor people. We, like, for the years that we spend working, we buy one car. Buying a server is a very costly thing. But do you know who has money in this world? Companies like Amazon, companies like Google, companies like Microsoft. They have a lot of money. And that is the reason why throughout the entire world, they have bought millions, hundreds and millions of servers, guys, throughout the entire world. They purchase hundreds and millions of servers throughout the entire world. Let me tell you one thing, 80% of the entire internet, of all the websites that exist throughout the entire world itself, 80% of those websites live on just one particular platform, that is AWS. AWS is a cloud computing platform by Amazon. And this is the certificate that you guys are getting as well. That is by Amazon, that is by AWS itself. That is also one of the things I wanted to point out. So 80% of the entire internet just works on Amazon itself, AWS. What does AWS do? It has millions of servers throughout the entire globe and they rent it out to people. It's as simple as that. It has millions of servers throughout the entire globe and they rent it out to people. And people have to pay on the basis of how much they are using it. If you are using it for just 100 minutes, you pay for 100 minutes. You don't have to pay for the entire month or something. You want to use it for 100 years, you pay for 100 years itself. You pay according to minutes, hours, days, months, years that you use. You don't have to purchase a server. Now, for example, if you're purchasing a server as well, there's a cost to maintain it. There is a chance that the server might die, the server might break down, the server might catch fire as well. All these things you have to take care of if you are buying a server. But in the case of Amazon, that is AWS, or these cloud computing platforms, they take care of the maintenance. They take care that if the server fails or if a server gets destroyed, they are the ones who will replace it. You don't have to do anything. You don't have to do anything. The full form of Amazon AWS is Amazon Web Services. Okay. So that is the concept of cloud computing, to provide servers and other features that are required by developers or by other people on pay-as-you-go basis. Are you guys able to understand this? Please let me know, guys. Are you guys able to understand this, guys? Please let me know. AWS is not called as cloud computing. Cloud computing is the concept. AWS is one of the companies that uses cloud computing itself, provides you with cloud computing features, right? Good. The next pillar thing, the fourth pillar of web development is called as DevOps, guys. Okay, DevOps. The fourth particular pillar of web development, guys. Now, DevOps is basically you are having two teams in every single company, guys. Two teams in every single company. One is the development team, and the other one is the operations team. The two teams in every single company always. Now, the initial process that was there was a lot of conflicts between the development team and the operation team early on, very early on. It's a lot of conflicts. For example, have you guys faced this particular problem? A particular software or a particular game, okay, let's assume GTA Vice City 5 or any game or any software that you like is working absolutely fine in your computer or on your mobile phone. It is working absolutely fine. You put it in a pen drive, you give it to your friend itself, and then he calls you and abuses you, saying that, "Bhai, what are you giving to me? It is not working on my computer." Oh, like, have you guys faced these type of problems itself at any particular point of time? Something is working absolutely well in your computer, but then it is not working on your friend's computer itself. Have you guys faced this kind of problems, guys? Now, this exact same problem is something that developers also face. For example, I'm using a MacBook right over here, which is a 13-year-old MacBook, let's assume. My friend is using the latest Windows PC itself. Now, whatever is working on my computer should not work on his computer itself. It will never work on his computer, right? But inside of development, this should not happen. There are tens and thousands of developers throughout a particular company that are working on projects that are interrelated to each other. It should be as if a particular program is working on my particular computer, no matter what computer that is. If this is a Windows computer, that is a MacBook as well, and Mac OS based computer. What is working on my computer should work on his computer as well. It should happen, right? Only then you can make sure that the flow of all things are perfect right over there. These type of problems are solved by a DevOps. So So DevOps is a concept of containerization that is there. Of course, we are not here to learn DevOps. We will be having a future bootcamp on DevOps as well. But just to give you guys an example, there is a concept called as containerization in DevOps that basically helps you in this. Anything, okay, anything that is working on your computer will be working on every single computer on the planet. Every single computer on the planet. And that is one of the use cases of DevOps. Similar to that, there are millions of other problems that comes up when you're running a company, a tech-based company itself, related to operations as well as development. These problems are solved via DevOps. Okay, that is the fourth pillar of web development. The last and the most final pillar of web development that I personally hate from the bottom of my heart is UI UX. This is the last and the final fifth pillar of web development, guys. UI UX. So, for example, just look at me. Okay, I am not a very fashionable guy, right? I don't understand colors properly. I don't understand like, okay, this color goes well with this. This pant goes well with that shirt. I don't understand that. Okay, but think about it. No matter how great features a particular website is having, if that website does not look good, people will not use it. Am I right or wrong, guys? No matter how great features that website is having, if the website does not look good, nobody will be using that website, right? If you're having Netflix on one end and the shitty ass clone of Netflix itself, both charging the exact same amount of money, you will be choosing Netflix. Why? Because it looks better. So that is what UI UX identifies: user interface, user experience. This is what UI UX basically means: user interface and user experience itself. So now what I do now, not everybody is very good at development, right? We are here to become front-end engineers. We want to become developers itself. What will we do, right? So what I do usually is I use like platforms such as Dribble. Okay, I'm telling you guys about this platform, DRIBBLE. Okay, please remember triple B, guys. DRIBBLE, Dribble.com. This is a very awesome website. Let me just sign in right over here to get inspirations for designs for your website. For example, right over here, guys, if I take up web design, and it will show me a lot of different web designs right over here that people have already created, and I can just use it at any particular point of time. I can take inspirations from here. For example, this is a particular web design for a premier car rental website itself, as you're able to see. So you guys can see right over here, take up inspirations, design your own website. Now please try to understand it. The first four pillars of web development: front end, back end, DevOps, and cloud, is what a developer does. UI UX is not a developer's job. Please try to understand it. You are not making a website as a UI UX designer. You're just making an image of how the website should have looked like. Think about it as a screenshot of a website. Think about UI UX designing as a screenshot of a website itself. It is not a website. It is an image of how a website should look like. One of the tools that we use at DevTown for UI UX designing is Figma. Okay, so this is one of the tools that most of the companies use for UI UX designing. And like I said, you do UI UX designing, it is not a website. It is just an image of how a website should look like. For example, right over here, this is one of the platforms that we are currently working, a data structures and algorithms based platform itself. And as you're able to see, this is just how the website should look like. It's not a proper website. This is nothing. This is just an image of how the website should look like. That's it. So although yes, I consider UI UX to be one of the fifth pillars of web development, because design is important for your websites, because nobody is going to use your website if your design is fucked up. But you have to focus and understand upon this, that design is not development. It's just an image of how the website should look like. Are you guys able to understand this? Please let me know. Are you guys able to understand this? Please let me know, guys. It was Dribble, 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 guys. Okay, great. Now that you guys have understood the 5 pillars of web development, could you guys revise once for me? What are the 5 pillars of web development, guys? Could you guys just revise once for me? What are the 5 pillars of web development? Just once. I'm able to understand that you guys were able to understand it. Could you guys just revise for me once? What are the 5 pillars of web development, guys? Please let me know. Cloud computing, good. Front-end web development, good. Back-end web development, good. DevOps and UI UX. Amazing, guys. These are the 5 pillars of web development that you need to remember. Now, in this particular bootcamp, our main aim is to understand front-end web development, guys. Our aim is to understand front-end web development. We will be diving deep into JavaScript. That is the first thing. We'll be diving deep into JavaScript. We'll be understanding the basics of HTML. Okay, the HTML basics. We'll be learning about React.JS, component models and all this kind of stuff, how to create components in React, everything related to React we'll be learning right over here. And then we'll be moving on to our project. After we have learned all this, on the 7th day, we'll be making our project, guys. Are you guys able to understand this? This is the hierarchy that I've set up for you guys. Are you guys able to understand this, guys? Please let me know. Are you guys able to understand this, guys? Please let me know, guys. Yes, simple enough for you. Not too complicated, right? Okay. Now, many of you guys are asking me this question that we have not registered for this bootcamp. What should we do? Okay, this is a common question that I'm able to see right over here in the live chat, that we have not registered for this bootcamp. What should we do right over there? So, see, guys, I know many of you guys haven't registered for this bootcamp, and you guys are you have no idea what to do right over here itself. So, let's do one thing for you guys. Okay. Those who have not registered for this bootcamp, there's no issues. I'll be taking up the attendance in the next 15 to 20 minutes. Just fill out your attendance, because this is the first bootcamp that you guys are attending. We'll be giving you guys that freedom right over here, that even if you haven't registered for this bootcamp, just by filling up your attendance regularly, you will still get your certificates. Are you guys able to understand this? Please let me know. This is not the bootcamp for learning HTML, CSS, guys. Whatever is important for building our project, that is what I'm going to teach you guys from the utmost basics. You don't have to worry about that. I'll be teaching guys everything from the utmost basics itself. In today's class as well, you wouldn't have felt as if you needed to know something beforehand. I'll be teaching guys everything from the utmost basics itself. And for those guys, like I said, who are coming to this bootcamp for the very first time itself, they have not registered for this bootcamp, don't worry, just fill out your attendance, guys. You will be able to get your attendance, your thing from right over there. The second thing, guys, like I said, DevOps. One of the major topics that are there in DevOps is Git, GitHub, and version control. Okay, Git, GitHub, and version control. Every single person who wants to become a developer has to learn Git, GitHub, and version control, guys. Are you guys able to understand it or not? Please let me know. Every single person who has to learn Git, GitHub, and version control, you have to learn that. If you want to become a developer, you want to go into data science, you want to go into SDE, you want to get into full stack development, Git, GitHub, and version control is very important. Now, when I say Git, GitHub, and version control, these are not the same thing. GitHub is a platform. Git is the underlying technology, and version control is the concept that is there. All these three things you guys need to understand the core crux of the things itself. So due to that reason, the next particular bootcamp that we have made for you guys after this particular bootcamp is on Git, GitHub, and version control, guys. So if you guys are interested for that, see, my job right over here is the bootcamps are completely free. We give you guys certificates from every single company as well. I want to make sure that DevTown is a particular place where you guys are able to come, even if you have no knowledge about that topic. You are able to start right over here. You are able to gain knowledge. You are able to do some projects in that particular topic itself. Understand the core essence of that topic. So for that reason itself, the next bootcamp that will be there will be on Git, GitHub, version control. That will be starting, I think so, on 26th June. So on 26th June, this bootcamp is going to start. And I feel that this is the bootcamp that you should be attending. The next step after learning front end should be that you should be learning about Git, GitHub, and version control, guys. So I'll be providing you guys with the registration link because this is your first bootcamp. If you're not registered for this bootcamp, it's totally fine. Fill out your attendance. You will still get your certificates. But to attend the next particular bootcamp and to be eligible for the certificates, you will have to re-register. Are you guys able to understand this? You will have to re-register for every single bootcamp that you want to attend. Are you guys able to understand this, guys? Please let me know. So I'll be sharing the registration link with you guys right now. I feel every single one of you should enroll into that particular bootcamp. That is my suggestion to you guys. I feel that will be very helpful for you guys as well. So when I will be sharing the form link, the registration link in the live chat right now, many of you guys will get an error called as a traffic error, guys. You will get an error called as a traffic error. Okay. So you just have to refresh or reload the attendance. That's it. You have to refresh or reload the attendance itself. That's it. Are you guys able to understand? So if you're facing any kind of problems filling up the registration for the bootcamp itself, then what would you do? What would you do in that case? If you're facing a traffic error or some kind of error itself, what would you do in that case, guys? Could you guys let me know just to remind you guys itself? What you guys will be doing right over there, guys? You'll have to refresh or reload the attendance, right? Refresh or reload the attendance. So right now I'm going to provide you guys with the registration for the next particular bootcamp, guys. Currently there are 1,200 people live with us. I'm expecting all of you guys to register for the next particular bootcamp as well. So once all of you guys register for the next bootcamp, I will be providing you guys the attendance link for today's class. So we'll take an aim for at least getting somewhere around 1,300. So this number should be at least 1,600. We'll take an aim for 1,600 right over here, guys. As soon as we reach an aim of 1,600, I will be sending you guys the attendance link for the same as well for today's class. As soon as we reach 1,600, we'll send you guys the attendance link. So guys, please start filling up the registration for the next particular bootcamp. The bootcamp is going to be on Git, GitHub version control, that is DevOps. We'll be covering Git, GitHub version control as well as a project, understanding the entire concepts from the utmost basics. You don't have to worry about that. As well as right over there, guys, it is again for free. There's no cost associated with it. And you'll be given 4 certificates for that as well. That is for my Google, Microsoft, Amazon, as well as DevTown. So please start registering yourself for the next particular bootcamp. I've already provided you guys the link in the live chat. I pinned up the link. As soon as we reach 1,600 registrations right over there, I will be sharing the attendance. So the faster that you guys are able to register right over there, the faster you guys will be given your attendance as well. So like I said, guys, I want to create a community wherein students are able to learn continuously. The thing that I have found out with students is that they don't practice. I want to give students a platform where they are able to learn every single day, learn a new topic every single day, practice, grow themselves right over here. That is the aim of these boot camps. That is the reason why we create them for free as well, so that students don't hesitate in learning. They have a platform they know that they can trust upon and they can learn right over there. So I provided you guys with the registration link. Please start completing your registration itself. Like I said, once this number reaches 1,600, I will give you guys the attendance. The faster that you guys are able to rush that number, the faster you guys will be able to get your attendance for today's class. I know many of you guys want to rush back home. Okay, so please just encourage those who have completed filling up the attendance, just encourage others to do that as well, right? Okay, great. Please complete your registration right now itself, guys. The attendance link will be sent, Nidhi, once this number reaches 1,600. Once this number reaches 1,600, the attendance link will be given. So please start filling up the registration form itself, guys. Once this number reaches 1,600, guys, I'll be giving you guys the attendance form. Okay. So start filling up the registration, guys. We are 600 behind schedule itself. See, the faster that you are able to fill up your registration, the faster you guys will be getting your attendance as well. So those guys who are not filling up it up, please start filling it up immediately. Okay. So we have reached 1,200 guys, 500 more left to go. As soon as 500 more is done, then I'll be sharing the attendance. Yes, Sadiq, they will be there. You don't have to worry about it. Okay. Like I said, we will be continuously having boot camps all the time, guys, on multiple different topics, multiple domains. For example, data science, cyber security, ethical hacking, front end development, back end development, DevOps, cloud. We have continuous boot camps all around the year itself. We never stop with boot camps. That is the major aim, right? That is the reason why we have set this entire thing up. So please complete your registration, guys. The delay that you do, the more delay that will be there for getting your attendance as well, right? As soon as you guys have completed the registration, okay, as soon as you have completed the registration itself, we are able to reach 1,600 right over here. I will be giving you guys the attendance link. Okay, I'll be giving you guys the attendance link after that. So still we are having somewhere around 200 more left. Please complete the registration, guys. Complete the registration, then I will be giving the attendance to you guys. That is an important session for you guys. Every single developer who wants to get into a particular company needs to learn get GitHub and version control. No matter if you want to go for data science, cyber security, ethical hacking, anything, you have to learn get GitHub and version control. That is the aim right over there, guys. 600 were already there. Just 120 more, guys. The certificates will be sent to you guys on the email itself on the basis of your attendance. So you don't have to worry about it. Okay. Okay, so now that you guys have completed, almost we are on target itself. So please complete your registration. And the meanwhile, I will be creating your attendance as well, guys. While you are doing that, I will be creating your attendance. I think so in the meanwhile, we will be able to reach the target. Okay. So while I'm creating your attendance, guys, please do complete your registration for the same while I'm creating your attendance for today's class. I'm creating your attendance right now, guys. Not worry. Okay. So we have almost reached the target. I think so. We will be able to complete with the target by the end of the video. Now I'm going to give you guys the attendance link, guys. I'm going to give you guys the attendance link in the live chat. Today is the first day, so the attendance link will be open for 10 minutes. You'll be having 10 minutes to fill up your attendance, guys. You'll be having 10 minutes to fill up your attendance. This is the attendance link, guys. Now I'm putting up the attendance link in the live chat. Please start filling up your attendance, guys. The attendance will be completed, will be closed in the next 10 minutes. So please start filling up your attendance. The attendance link will be closed exactly at 9:24. Okay, at exactly 9:24, the attendance will be closed, guys. Please start filling up your attendance. This is the attendance link, guys. I'm putting it up again and again in the live chat. I think so. I've put it up a lot of times in the live chat. Please start filling up your attendance, guys. Please start filling up the attendance. The attendance is there in the live chat itself, guys. I think so. I've sent you guys the attendance almost a million times. The attendance is working absolutely fine. People have started filling up their attendance as well. As you're able to see, people have started filling up the attendance. If the attendance thing is not working for you, just reload the attendance. Okay. If the attendance thing is not working for you, you just have to reload, refresh the attendance, guys. That's it. So please come back in tomorrow's class at the same time, guys. Otherwise, it will If it is not opening, just refresh, reload the attendance. Okay, that is why I gave you guys the registration link first to identify these problems. So you didn't do it. Okay, so make sure that you guys are able to fill up the attendance on time, guys. Tomorrow we'll meet at the same time. Okay, we'll meet at the same time. We'll continue from right over there itself, and we'll see how to go from right over there. This is the attendance link, guys. Bit2, this is the attendance link in the live chat. Okay, so we'll meet in tomorrow's class and we'll continue from right over there. It was great meeting you guys. Please be on time in tomorrow's class. Thank you so much, guys, and we'll continue with JavaScript in our tomorrow's class, guys. Thank you so much, guys. Thank you, guys. Bye, guys. Bye, bye, guys.